Okay. Sorry, the shaky camera. I guess, yeah, we're back here again in the morning again. Everybody's excited for food. I guess I'll show feeding and what I feed or whatever here. So, usually I like the bug bites I use, granulated in the box, and then the bigger chunks in the bag. I use worms and some shrimp for the stingrays. I make sure she likes her shrimp and her stingrays, so you got to de-thaw that or whatever. And I got some peas and carrots is what I throw in for the gouramis and pacus and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to go and take that, get those cans open and stuff like that, and then yeah, we'll go around and get these guys some food. And then these guys are always fun to watch eat. They stir the tank right up. And then yeah, okay. Let's get this can opened up, I guess, here. That's okay. I'm trying to do this and it's a little difficult. And then what I like to do is I like to rinse them off. Make sure we get all the juices and all that. I like to rinse them off like that, and then I take some aquarium water, another container. I like just to give it a rinse with the aquarium water before I give it to them. Just rinse that off like that. Okay. Now they're all excited to eat. They see me with the nets and what's the peas and the carrots here. As you can see, I put quite a bit in there, so hence why I do the water changes to help keep those nitrate levels lower. You know, the stingray and stuff, but she's a lot more sensitive to the higher nitrates in the water. On this tank, I don't have any plants helping me take those nitrates out, so that job is directly on us to be able to remove those nitrates out of the water. And I usually do a nice big feeding like this, and then I start the water change just to help freshen that water up again for the day. Like I said before, likewise someone brought up that don't mess with the bacteria. I don't touch anything in the sump, so that way I house as much bacteria as I can, so that way it allows me to remove the water without crashing my system, the cycle in the tank. But yeah, as you can see, they go through a little bit. I'll take you over to the other tank and we'll do that one too. I can maybe do a worm here for the stingray while I'm waiting for the shrimp to de-thaw. Those are rinse of course too, get the dirt off and stuff. Just a nice big earthworm. Okay. I have a little thong, I just pinch it up. I try and get it down right to her, because if I don't, the other fish steal it on her, and then she goes. She really likes the earthworms. And then once she knows I got some food, she usually will come up to the top and hang out at the top, so that way I can just go and stick it right down in front of her by my hand and make sure that she gets it. And the other fish don't end up stealing, make sure she's getting her food. We'll do one more worm and then we'll wait for the shrimp to de-thaw here. Come back up. Come back up. One more worm. Underneath my stick. Get her some shrimp here in a minute. Yeah. Here's the tilapia. As you can see, they start getting a little excited when they see me bending down to the bin where I hold the food. I show them the food. Dump some in the top there. They'll go all nuts and crazy. The reason you choose tilapia in an aquaponics garden above all fish is because their natural schooling ability. When you have them in a big tank, you have multiple fish to supply the garden with the proper nutrients for the growing of the plants. So yeah, the tank ends up being overpopulated. As you can see, there's quite a few big fish in there. But as this type of fish, tilapia, they school in the wild. So this doesn't cause them any undue stress by being really packed in tight together. It's actually what they prefer in the wild. So that's why above all fish, tilapia is the #1 choice for aquaponics gardening, is because of that ability of not being super stressed out, of being in close quarters to each other. Yeah, I feed them a special blend of food that's made specifically for human consumption, because my ultimate goal was to breed these and harvest them and whatnot. But you know, as I'm a fish lover, I'm finding that a lot more difficult than it is. So in time, I definitely am going to be getting a bigger setup for these fish, so I can keep them in a nicer, bigger house for like the longevity of their lives, more as pet fish instead of, you know, I'm gonna eat your fish. As I just say, I guess I'm having a tough time with that. I enjoy the fish too much to just want to harvest them, get more, you know. So I'm definitely going to do some improvements for their quality of life too. Give them a little more space and stuff like that. But like I said, them being packed together in a tank like this does not cause them any harm or any extra stress at all, because like I said, in the wild, this is what they choose to do. It's a safety thing. They feel safer in numbers, and when they're alone, they don't feel very safe, and they get pretty stressed out. Here, I'll take you over to the other big tank here. These guys here, these guys are the bigger guys. These are the males that are getting too aggressive in the other tank. So I did manage to get a bigger tank. This is a plywood tank, and 520 gallons. And as the bigger males get bigger in this tank, I move them over to this tank, which is all males. And yeah, we'll get some food in there for them too. As you can see, they just go nuts. These are the fish that help me grow all the vegetables and plants in my garden room. Yeah. All right, we'll go over to this other tank, over to the other big tank there, and I'll get them some food in front of you. Or I guess we can go over to this one. These guys here are always fun too. They always get excited. I'm gonna grab some bag of bug bites here. Set this back down. all waiting in the corner, waiting for the food. These guys, there's different pellet food, bug bites is what I like to feed them. I find it's good food and it breaks down really well in your filter and stuff. It's not really harsh on your filter when it starts degrading or whatever in your tank. It works pretty good. I like it. The fish seem to love it. That's what's most important to me. The fish like it. Spray on, try and make sure everybody gets a little bit. I don't like to overfeed too much. Go over to this the 700 on the other side there, see how I can get some footage on there of them eating or whatever. That's a real nice Midas right there. A knife fish. An upside down catfish. True upside down catfish. This fish has no choice but to swim upside down, so he stays on the side of the glass or sometimes on the sticks I have floating in there. He'll sit underneath the stick, waiting for his food. Here we'll go over to the big tank here. Peas and bug bites with us. All right. These guys are always fun. Zooming around the tank. Zoom, zoom, zoom. One of the reasons I like the African cichlids, they're always super active, super colorful. Sorry about the glare from the other tank, so I do have plans to get facades put up and stuff like that, but you know how a hobby goes, it's as much time as possible. As you can see, everybody sees me come around the corner and they all know, they're like, oh geez, he's here. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do this with the camera and my hands by myself here. I only got 2 hands. Peas and carrots, which I'm actually surprised how much peas and carrots the Midas and the Oscars will eat. They like their peas and carrots too. The Gouramis and the plague tail and the cigar sharks, they all like the peas and carrots. Oh, here, let's see if we can get this guy in camera. This guy here, he loves his vegetables. Big ripsaw catfish. Here, let's see if I can unplug this light. That way you can see this tank a little better. There we go. Just while they're feeding them. Sun catfish and some bichers. Another little guy. And so big they start out with this little fish like this. And then they turn into this beast right here. There you go. As you can see, they sure love the vegetables. This guy comes up, he eats lettuce and strawberries and everything like that. They like their veggies and their fruits. Of course, gouramis. Getting some bug bites here. Chisel-tooth cichlid. They're really pretty fish too. They like the peas and carrots too. And then we just a couple handfuls of bug bites. course, everybody else goes nuts over that. Golden wolffish. I'd like to spread it out throughout the tank a little bit, so I try to do anyways. These guys usually come up and they'll start eating some too. There's the fish eating. The big guys anyways, so it's a little hard to do this with just my two hands, but I guess I showed you one video and I should have maybe finished off with actually feeding them. Now I did. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody that's stuck around so far from Joey's channel to check us out, and thanks for being patient with us as we're learning all this. Hope you've enjoyed and have yourselves a great day. Bye now.